Hello, people of the internet. It is Colin. What do you think of this new normal that we're dealing with right now? So today, I'm going to talk about some observations I've had lately. Okay, before I get started, I just want to let you guys know I do listen to feedback, and that feedback is a couple people, actually there's been like 3 or 4, and I understand why, that have said, when you do your vlogs, please tuck your strings into your hoodie, because normally I have them and they're like, wow, all over the place and whacking me, and it's annoying as hell, and I agree, it is annoying. So look, I did it for you. I listened. So today, I'm going to talk about a couple different things. First off, and just some funny observations that I've seen recently. So first thing, masks. The beloved masks that we're having to deal with. For those of you that don't know, I live in Maryland. And our governor has made it absolutely mandatory now, and I think most states are now, that you have to wear a mask anytime you go to a essential business, or pretty much any business at all now, you have to wear a mask. And I've told you guys this before in previous videos, I work at an essential business. So because of that, I get to deal with the public every single day, and I get to see truly how people listen or don't listen. And I'm going to be honest, I'd say 99.9% of people, with the exception of 1 or 2, have worn their masks into my place of business, which is totally cool. I appreciate that. You know, not you're protecting yourself, but you're protecting others around you. But anyway, you're going to get the 1 or 2. And I've had, I think I've dealt with 2 people. And the first guy I dealt with, or both of them are real similar. You know, these type, anti-government. You know, they live in the backwoods. They're a militia. They carry an elephant gun as part of their attire. You know, like those type people. And, you go up to them and, hey, listen, man, I need you to put this on. F the government. Okay, I'm not going to deal with this type of person. But, for most part, everybody has been pretty cool. And I will tell you, I have mad respect for the people that have to wear these things their entire shift, like myself. I'm not saying I respect myself, but the healthcare workers, that they can never take them off. And that's how we become, at my job, is that I have to wear these things absolutely nonstop. Of course, only to eat and stuff. And these things are itchy as hell, and they're hard to breathe, and they're kind of a pain, but, I've gotten used to it. Now it's just, and I just have the simple mask. I don't have anything extravagant. Speaking of that, we've had a couple people that have come in, and let's just say unique ways of having their nose and their mouth covered. And obviously you don't have to have a mask as long as you have like something to cover your mouth. Some people have t-shirts, some people use bandanas, some people actually have the mask. But then you got a couple people that take it up a notch. And there's one in particular that I wanted to share with you. And you remember the Black Death, many centuries ago during those times. And there was a doctors, or when doctors dealt with the Black Death, they wore these masks, and they wore them, and they look like, I don't know how to describe them, like a bird's beak. So, it's like a death mask, actually. And, this whole entire get-up, and then they'd have this long bird nose. And how they worked, like the Black Death and these doctors, what they did is they thought there was, like, bad air around them. So to combat that, they would stuff the nose, like the bird nose or whatever, full of spices and different, type of scents to kind of ward off the bad air. Well, last week, this chick comes in, and sure enough, she got the whole getup. Now, it wasn't just the mask. I mean, she had the whole black getup. I mean, I think it was like a trench coat. I mean, she was definitely doing the goth look. But she was going around and just like happy-go-lucky, and she had this like probably 12-inch nose that stuck out. And I didn't go squeeze it or anything. But I wanted to go up to her and say, lady, lay off the drugs, man. I mean, there's other masks. I felt like, hey, listen, man, I'll give you a mask. And then I had this other one, and this one's a trip. She put a Tupperware, actually took a piece of Tupperware, like where you store your food and stuff. She poked holes in it, and she was walking around this big rectangle thing all over her freaking face. And I actually had a conversation with her. I didn't talk to her about the mask, but I'm just sitting there looking at her. It had like little holes, like where you put like an animal or something in a cardboard box and you poke them out. And then she like somehow finagled like some string to hold it on. And to her, it was like completely normal. And obviously these people are trying to seek attention and everything. But oh my God, I mean, just those are the two that kind of stand out. But for the most part, everybody's wearing them. I love watching people when they wear it in their cars. You don't have to wear it in your cars, but I think people have gotten so used to this new normal that they're just keeping it on all the time. And I want to get like a take from you guys if you're seeing that too. Where like you're like I'm driving around or riding, and I look over, and then everyone's got the full face mask on, and I'm like, it's okay, you're by yourself. You know, no one's going to infect you. But it's kind of wild that, you know, now it's just becoming commonplace. And oh, here's a pro tip. If you do wear masks all day long, whatever you do, watch what you eat. Like, don't eat anything with garlic, and don't eat anything with onions, and for obvious reasons. You know, like sometimes when you eat, you know, kind of burp something up a little bit, get a nice little taste. Well, there's no place for that to escape when you have that mask on, so you get the full effect. Have you ever noticed, and if you're on social media, if you get these posts, and what I mean by that, so I follow Harley, I follow the Denver Broncos on Instagram and Facebook. So every time I get online, what do you think I see? I see all these businesses that are jumping on and promoting these masks. And obviously it's not Harley-Davidson that are making these masks, or it's the actual NFL making these. There's some cheap-ass company that are trying to take advantage of these masks. And it's funny because when I was clicking through them, I looked at the price. There are like 3 of them for $50. And I'm like, are people that stupid where they're going to pay $50 for a cloth that's got a, you know, like a Harley-Davidson logo or a Denver Broncos logo? I'm like, you tell me you're not that stupid. But people are. And then another thing, as you start looking at it, so like I went through one and just started looking at it, and they've got these models. So like when you click it, you know, like to find out more information on it, they've got these 2 models, a male and a female, showing off the mask, how great they are. And then next thing you know, you look at another post, completely different company, completely different item. You click the icon or whatever it is, same exact models. And I went through and started testing, and I found that these models were on 6 out of 7 different pages. So it's all run probably by the same company. They're just doing different names on Facebook and Instagram, but you're just getting inundated about it. All right, now get out there and ride if you can. Be well, and I'll talk to you guys soon.